Hi everyone, I'm Haleigh, the mental health therapist at Breathe, and I am going to give a couple recommendations for my favorite books and podcasts to recommend to clients. So the first book is called Dear Mama, You Matter, and I recommend this to all, not just new mamas that I work with, but really all moms. It helps them really feel validated and understood, and it's just 200 pages of a lot of great information and validation. So that is definitely one of my go-to recommendations. Another one, the second, is The Self-Love Experiment, and this is a personal favorite of mine. I've actually revisited it a couple times, and I really appreciate the author's perspective on loving yourself now and through the process of growth, not just once our goals are met. So letting go of that narrative of I'll be happy when. Third is Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. This was written by a therapist and talks about her journey not only as a therapist, but her journey through therapy. So this is a great book for anyone who's considering therapy and is maybe a little skeptical or unsure of the process. It does a really good job of showing the role of a therapist. And one of my favorite takeaways from this book that I mention a lot in sessions is feeling less isn't feeling better. I think that's a really powerful statement and a great reminder to us all. Lastly, my podcast. I just went to grab another book. I don't have another one. I did a podcast instead. So Brene Brown has a lot of my favorite books that I recommend often. I think anything written by her is great. But I wanted to give a shout out to her podcast. Her podcast is a great resource if you aren't wanting to sit down and read a book and you just want to put in those headphones and listen in. She has a great podcast called Unlocking Us. She does a beautiful job of putting some language to the messiness of life and thoughts and feelings that go along with it. So I hope that you get something out of the recommendations, if not all of them, and have a good rest of your day.